Baby Jack is back, and one thing about Reacher, he's gonna find some mess to get into every single time. Y'all, welcome back to the channel. So happy to have you guys. And Reacher is back for a brand new season. I have already watched the first 3 episodes, and listen, y'all know I'm sad. Jack come in the room, baby, and I'm ultimately sad. And honestly, after watching the first 3 episodes, I'm actually already enjoying this season way more than I did season 3. For whatever reason, season 3 just didn't resonate with me. I don't know if it was because damn Weird Science was over there. I don't know if it's because he was leading captive. I don't know what it was about last season, but it didn't quite hit. But immediately in these first 3 episodes, the introduction of our new characters, Russell, Tamara, I'm completely invested in the story. Again, Jack has immediately found some mess. This is super fast paced, high octane, honey. All of the action adjectives you can use, as always. But I'm kind of very interested to see what's going to happen with it. I don't know. It's kind of giving like the big box office, like 90s action movie vibes in these first 3 episodes to me. And I'm absolutely here for it. So, strictly based on episodes 1 through 3, my rating so far is on the sweet pea scale. I'm giving this a cute 3.8 sweet peas out of 5. I'm interested. I'm entertained. Most importantly, Jack's over here. And I want to know what's going to happen. So obviously, spoilers ahead. If you don't know, spoilers are what I do, okay, over here. But come on in and we're going to talk about these episodes. Listen, we're just going to cover the details of what happened. I may not catch everything, but what stood out to me, because I mean, like I said, this is very action packed and not a lot of anyway, let's get on over here. Episode 1, City of Brotherly Love. We open with Drac still in Philly, all right, eating all of the things because that's what he's going to do. He gets on the train and immediately sees a woman acting suspicious. Her hands are in this little IKEA bag or whatever they was, and he's looking like, girl, what are you about to do? He gets up because it's in him. It ain't on him. All right. So he goes over there and he's like, girl, what are you doing? Do you have a incendiary device? Is that what's about to happen? And we find out that she's got a hand blicky in her hand. And, he's trying to talk her down, like, you don't have to do this. What's going on? And he identifies himself as the police. She's like, you're the police? Well, won't be anymore. Immediately. Trigger warning. Self-elimination, all right, on the train. And so now the police has to come. He has to be interrogated. Mind you, they want to put this on him, but not really. They want to keep him there for further questioning because apparently this woman was more important than anyone would ever know. Okay. And so we get there. He's being interrogated. Enter Tamara, a Black police officer there in Philly with her wonky partner. And we've seen her partner everywhere. Forgive me, I don't remember this man's name, but he's always a rapscallion in everything that he's in. All right. So immediately my right eye is on him and my left eye is on Tamara. So they're interrogating, acting like they think he unalived. Jack's like, baby, I know this game. I'm military police. Like, you don't come in here playing with me. He kind of tells them who was there. There were 4 people on 4 witnesses, all of these things. They're like, no, there were only 3. He was like, no, there was 4, and it proceeds to break it down because who are y'all playing with? They have to hold him there. He figures, some alphabet agency's got to come and talk to him. And he's like, fine, whatever. I'll sit here until I'm ready to go. They come in. They don't identify who they are, but she have a flash drive. Did you know her? Whatever. And he's like, she ain't had no damn flash drive. Like, whatever. Like, leave me alone. And go give me my Philly cheesesteak, extra cheese, all the things. And so they get done with him and they're like, all right, our eyes on you. And Jack's like, I don't give a single damn. He walks out the police station only to get jumped by some other guys. And he's like, what are y'all asking for a flash drive too? What the hell? So we leave, we go into this diner. And when we're in there, we discover, of course, that the lady's name was Anna Merrick. And we see that her brother is there. And let me see, what is her brother's name? Is it Jacob? Jake? The brother's name might be Jake. We're going to call him Jake if his name isn't Jake, because I don't have that in my notes. But anyway, we meet him and he's really sitting there because he lost his sister. And we discover a little bit about their background. They were both adopted, and he says she was the best sister ever. And he's just sitting here right now with a lot of regrets, of course, thinking they had more time together. And really, I want to get to the bottom of this. And Jack's like, so do I. And he's like, Jack, what's your motivation? And Reacher is like, listen, I couldn't help her. and I feel responsible for that. So now I'm going to get justice for her. He takes a guy's thumb drive out of the laptop who's working on an art project, goes outside, confronts the guys who tried to jump him earlier, and says, listen, I got this. He says, the brother, I'll be back in 90 minutes. You stay here. And he goes on a mission. Well, we go and we see who their boss is. This chick, Lila. Now, Lila is a liar and the truth ain't in her. She knits this yarn that Anna was getting this information for her because Congressman Sampson, who will be running for president, did something in her country, got some chick pregnant, and she's the result of his dalliances in this other country. And, that this would ruin his political career, but Anna, had this information, stole it, and it's going to help me get to the bottom of it. Lies and ultimate deception. All right. So anyway, they get done and he goes back to meet the brother and is like, all right, let's figure out what's going on. We discover that Anna had a son, Ben, who's at Temple University, but no one's heard from him. He's been trying to call to tell about the mom and, we don't get that. So now as Jack is heading out to get on the mission to figure out really what's going on, because now we need to meet with the congressman, we need to do all these things, he gets hit with some tranquilizer darts. Boom. Because at first I said Jack could make it. Jack could make it with just one tranquilizer, which he tried to, but they got him with that 2-3 combination and he is down for the count. And I'm like, sir, immediately get your big self up. Get your 6'5", 300 buff self up, Jack, because we have business to do. We got homework to do. Like, come on. Anyway, we wake up episode 2 entitled Cage Fight, and we see Tamara. We see, I believe his name is Jake, Anna's brother, and we see Reacher all in the cages in a black site, right? CIA black site, whatever. And so Jack is the only one that's tied down because, listen, do we need to trank you again? We find out they've just brought the other 2 there as collateral because they know there's not too much they can do to Jack that's going to make him talk. But if they get them, that'll be the issue. And so they take him in the back to interrogate him, talking real rough and stuff with their Afro puffs. Listen, Jack not going for any of it because, listen, I'm not about to play with y'all. Tweedledum, whatever. He did some nursery rhyme characters or whatever. He's like, is that because you tranked us? Because we put you to sleep? No, so I'm about to put y'all to sleep. All right. And 2.3 seconds later, they're all laid out. The people, Tamara and Jake, are in their cages like, I thought they were beating you up. Jack said, who? Beating who up? He goes out, he gets them out, they break the things, get them all out, and they're running now. And now they've called for backup. So 10, 15, 20 CIA cars coming down the road, and they get a really strange offer to get into the back of this other car because somebody just happens to be driving by. Enter Russell, who is kind of like a defunct news reporter or journalist who has been kind of cast into the fringes because he was set up. Because he had all these conspiracy theories. He says that he knew that this was a CIA black site and now he's got proof. So he takes them to his lair, which is like right across the street where they can see. And now they have to kind of go on their own mission. So Tamara and Anna's brother, they go to try to find Ben. Well, damn it, if Ben is not at practice, Ben's not there. The friends say he was with an OnlyFans chick. They go to her house. She's cut up, dead, gone. Mind you, during all this time, we have other people trying to get at Jack because, listen, it's not just the CIA after you, buddy, at this point. Everybody wants whatever was on this flash drive. And so now it's kind of just more a game of cat and mouse as we go through DC. They discover they're now in DC and they're trying to just figure it out. Tamara, we discover, is really inventive and creative. They're able to get a car and do whatever they need to do. But also we find out that there was a case in her past that she couldn't let go. And that's why she's been kind of demoted and was working in the Philly branch with that guy, with her new partner. And he's been, you're not going to take me down with you. Like, I know what's going on. And she's like, listen, you say anything, it's going to be a problem. At this point, Jack has their buy-in because something bigger is going on that we don't know. Later on, Jack makes it to Congressman Sampson and we get fielded by his wife, who's played by damn Claire. If you watch 90210, past season 4, I think is when end of season 4, season 5 of Beverly Hills 90210, you meet Claire. Anyway, Claire is all grown up and she's married to the congressman. And she fields the conversation and request from Jack. He's like, I really need to talk to him. It's about, things of a sensitive nature. I'm sure he hasn't let you know yet. And she sets him up to meet with the CIA people one more time. And they're like, listen, let this go. This is his warning. Let it go. You know, you lied to us. He said, well, you didn't identify who you were. They said, listen, so if we'd have told you who I was, you would have told the truth. He said, yeah. They said, listen, this is above your pay grade. This is beyond you. Let this go. You know, just get out of town and leave it alone. Jack not leaving nothing alone. He hooks it back up with Lila, and just the Lila dynamic in him is pissing me off because now, after having a conversation ultimately, because he does get to talk to Sampson, and Sampson's like, here's my DNA. I ain't had no babies over there. I didn't do anything. Jack knows he's telling the truth and is like, now I got to confront Lila. Anna's brother says, listen, Lila's a smoke show. That's why Jack going over there by himself so he can get some of that coot nanny. And sure enough, Jack got that coot nanny. But also, why are you lying to me? And we discovered that this is not just about paternity. It's not that at all. It's really that Lila's a reporter and she wants this evidence of the congressman's war crimes, these war crimes that he's committed. And that's what we're calling him on the carpet about. My thing with Congressman Sampson so far is that I don't know how much involvement he actually had, if he's going to be like a scapegoat or what's going to happen, because every interaction with him is very, I don't want to say wholesome, but he doesn't seem to have participated in anything wrong yet. Now, the wife, on the other hand, is very suspicious. And by the time we get to the end of episode 3, we find out that his ace Boone, okay, his number one right hand man, was the fourth witness on the train who left and probably has the thumb drive, but then he walks off the edge of the building. So we really don't know what he knew. He just says, you know, Sampson, you would have been an excellent president. And he proceeds to walk off the edge of the cliff. Now, he knows something that maybe Sampson doesn't know. Sampson's hands seem to be clean. His wife's hands do not seem to be clean, in my estimation. We still don't know where Ben is. Russell is still trying to get his Pulitzer, so can he be trusted? I don't know. We have a ton of variables, but again, it feels good. We need to know more about Tamara. We need to know all of the things this season, but the first 3 episodes, super strong. Like I said, on a Sweet Pea rating out of 5 Sweet Peas, I gave this 3.8. Drop it in the comments. Let me know if you watch Reacher. Let me know the vibes. Let me know if you're feeling it. I don't know. Jack is just always going to be fine. That's going to be a draw for me. You're fine. You're kicking butt. You're taking names. You're slaughtering the people. Listen, I'm over here with you. You have a moral compass. You know what's right and what's wrong. That's sexy as hell. But you guys, let me know if you're watching. Be sure to drop it in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things, honey. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.